acquisitions, there have been a lot of FUD out there, but from a fundamental perspective of how the app been going forward, there has nothing been changed. So it will be a temporary setback for us. I have to admit that, but there will be no long-term effect of what we're doing.
Okay. There was also a question about mint farms.
Mm-hmm.
So I will. I think this is for you. So they've been asking if we're going to do anything about mint farms.
So
Instead.
mint farm issue has been already identified, and especially it is prominent on the BNB chain. So the minting scroll was designed to do that, as well as with the mystery box update. But as we said, we are rolling out a system update plus the minting scroll update, which to test the system, we sort of want to do it right. So we spend extra 2 weeks of extensively test new system, causing a little bit of delay. So now we allow the mint farm to exploit the game mechanics and causing the current situation. I do believe that once the mint farm and also dynamic minting costs, which also been recently implemented, we will restore the balance of the sneaker price and the GST price, as well as the GMT prices. And this also will have to do with the new energy sharing mechanics, which we'll be looking into, that causing this migration from the Solana to the BNB chain, and also that the almost like a stamping on the sneaker prices.
There was a question from a while ago where someone asked, why don't we charge higher prices for leveling up rarer sneakers? So, like common would have leveling it to level 3, for example, it's 3 GST if you have a common. But if you have an uncommon, maybe it should be like 6 GST. And if you have rare, it should be like 9 GST or something like that.
Okay, we have run several data modelings based on increasing the cost of level up, but it does almost next to nothing to help with the burning of the GSD. The GSD burning will be used or implemented from other means, as the model suggests that it will not help almost at all, and also it will actually increase the complexities of understanding. So we didn't roll it out.
Okay. So yeah, I didn't write down that the person who asked that question, but okay, that answers that. Um, do you have any plans about BSC side? Lots of people have paid 15 to 20 BNB for their sneakers.
The
Uh,
BSC sneaker price, as
yeah.
people see, I have to point out with NFT prices, you cannot put a purchase order. You can only buy, let's say, market prices. But they'll always be able to, for the people that sniping us, to sell at loss. But they will benefit from elsewhere. So that's from what we see that starting from 10 o'clock in this morning, we started to see there's massive sell-offs of the BSC side of the sneakers and causing a massive panic. And basically, people just are dumping on the floor price. And even at the prices of 1.8 BNB per sneaker, they're still making roughly 100% of the profit. So they are dumping up until now. After we changed the minting cost, they are dumping at a loss, and still they're doing it. So definitely that's a orchestrated attack on the floor price on the BSC, basically to assist with the FUD, or the FUD is basically to assist with the dumping of the BNB chain sneakers. And this is also basically all these sneakers basically come from the mint farm. And as we can say, it is a market condition, it's a market behavior. It is not what we want to see, but it is what is happening. So people are paying a premium price on the BNB chain, probably while looking at not superficial, but a account loss on their sneakers. But we do believe that once we will address the orchestrated attack on the floor price, we will restore the balance on the BSC chain.
Okay.
Because there's no buy orders on the sneakers. So basically, if we have a lot of min farm decided just to dump on the floor prices, it is very hard to deal with, especially that when people are buying the sneakers, they have to basically have a wait time. So that will also causing that the dumper can keep dumping on the market, but the buyer will actually slow down on the purchase. And also when the price goes down, people are more reluctant on purchasing. So all in all, I think this is what is happening on the market. This is what we have been going through, and we want to promise that to the community, we will persevere and we'll come back and we'll stay stronger and we'll build a better realms next time and we'll build a better apps. So what is happening now will be a short term on what is happening on NFT marketplaces. So yeah, it is frustrating, I understand, as well as with our users. I can understand the frustration. I can understand that they will hurt, especially that they bought the sneakers at higher price. But I don't think this is a long-term effect. So the so-called death spiral is only happened when the token and NFT prices goes down. But do remember that we do have the GMT price as the balancer against the GST and against the minting cost. So as we are restoring every 24 hours on the mint cost, over the long term, the price will restore to the balance.
Okay. I think there's been a slowdown with the significant questions in general. So let's pick this last one. Unless everyone, unless you'd like to continue, but I feel like we could settle it with this one question. We have seen that the team made short-term changes in response to market price fluctuations when GST was going up too quickly, for example. What is the team's acceptable limit of prices or price changes before intervening?
So intervening is very dangerous territory. We have to be careful that intervene is something that we are not encouraging. So we always want to encourage to implement mechanics as a way to regulate the market rather than to direct intervene, because direct intervene normally will not come up with the best result. And we have tried, as people remember in the early ages, that to direct intervene, and then we do have community to point it out that we shouldn't do it, and we should give enough notifications to the community, which we did. So we will not change all the rules we set so that people will not come back to us and says you are intervening the market. So because we cannot directly intervene, we can only regulate, meaning that will take a longer time to regulate the market come back to the norm. Because when people are willing to dump the floor price at a loss, you'll definitely know that this is not a long-term effect that they will sustain. So on the BNB chain, we will go through a pretty volatile period of time. So we can see the price went up, went down, went up, and down. And this is caused by different things that happened on the BNB chain. And we will change once again the energy channel between the Solana chain and the BNB chain. And also we will introduce min scroll, and the min cost will also regulate itself as the GST price fluctuates. So I do believe that in the next couple of days, we'll start to see that the BNB floor price starting to stabilize. But again, I have to also point out that if people are moving on the BNB chain and store and they are minting the sneakers, although people are paying a higher price than before, the mint profit is still reasonable on the BNB chain. But massively down on the market will destroy the user confidence and also causing a lot of commotion in the community, which exactly I think people are achieving what they want to achieve. So again, I think me and Jerry and the whole StepN team do ask our users to use the app as they used to be. It is a volatile time. It is become a target. So these have changed. You know, the whole situation changed, but what is not changed is the app. It's how it works. and how it motivates people to move outdoors and get exercise and getting fitter. It has not changed that we encourage people to go outdoors and attend offline events to meet other people. It's not changed that we bring family together to work together. And it's not changed that we help people to quit smoking and get them out of depressions. And let's give them a little bit of money that people can use as a daily spending monies. It is well changed for the speculators, and we want them out of the community. And we want the mint farms out of the community. And we want the speculators out of the communities, and the fathers especially. So it is a difficult time for us to go through, and we understand that people are frustrated and stress again that I do feel that, and Jerry also feels that. And we also went through a little bit of frustrations that with what happened on the market. But going back of what we are doing, that give us more reasons to build the StepN as an app, be the #1 app on the Web3. And it is a response to the fathers that we will stay stronger and we will persevere and last many years to come. Because we do believe that we do have the best mechanics, we do have the best people, and people working really hard. It is, 2 o'clock in the morning, and it's also midnight for Jerry, and we're still here doing AMAs. And people saying that we do not care community, which is not the case. And we spend many, many hours with the community. And we spend also many, many hours on building the product. And if people think this will bring us down, they are wrong. Okay? They will bring us stronger. They'll make us stronger. And we will go through this. And I will come back stronger next month.
Oh, okay. So thank you for your time, Yawn, and thank you, everyone. Yeah. So for those who listened, if you guys still have questions, you can leave them in general. Thank you for listening. Thank you, everyone, and yeah, you all have a good night, and good night to Yawn. Thank you for dropping
Okay,
by.
good night.
All
See you.
right. Bye.